Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader at TradeView Markets. What a nice day. Listen, you know what? The market had a nice, you know what? Let me go in protocol. Today's what? February 28th. It's a Monday. Well, actually, it's the last day of the month, and that may be the reason why we're continuing to make this little push here in the markets, considering the news. And you know what? I said before on TradeGATEHub, I'm just getting my charts rearranged here. IONQ, I like it. Get in it. Uh, you know, I guess I'll take it. You know what I mean? I thought I would be down a lot. Well, I thought it would be down. I'm up. Uh, I didn't really, like I said, and I posted before, a lot of traders are already positioned kind of heavily going into, a lot of people are bought that dip. I don't know how much really is left in here, but like I say, I don't want to be hypocritical. And let me make sure I'm sharing the screen correctly. Yeah, let's log into a TradeGATEHub. It's a little after 11 o'clock on Monday. Like I said, last day of the month. Let me get into routine here. I see stocks blinking in the corner of my eye. It's just a look at DraftKings 223. Nobody wanted an 18, but I'll start. Let me get rid of this option chain. I'll focus. You'll see what I see in a second if I share my screen. It's just I'm trying to close down all these windows. And then I'll get back to what the chart is. Is this working now? Yeah, I have to pin the screen. Let's pin the screen here. Oh, we're good. Okay, let's log in. I log in the same as everybody else. This is how I do it. TradeGATEHub, good morning. I'll log in. I log in the same just as the CEO and just the same as Lewis. Okay, good morning. Okay. Let's go to my stock room because I don't, first of all, just like myself, and I was commenting. Matter of fact, I kind of left the open a little bit. You see, I was commenting around 9:40. I was watching the coach's video, which I thought was that's part of my routine now. The coach is a macro guy. So when, oil's moving, when commodities are moving, when currencies are moving, good morning, Rich. I have to pay attention. Like I say, I have a lot, being a trader for 26, 27 years, I consider it a high level. Look at the dossier. On paper, it looks good. I think I'm helping everybody also. My P&L is wide open. So, coach is one of my guys. Like I have an option guy that I just don't have to ask anything to. I say, I want to buy Zoom options. And he says, how long you want to go out? I said, well, maybe I want to play Zoom at the numbers on Thursday. So, he'll tell me what the best couple of things, and I don't have to think about it. That's one of the luxuries I have. You know what I mean? If you're a Ferrari dealer, I'm sure you got a good Ferrari mechanic. You know what I mean? You got a guy instead of some guy that's just looking in trying to throw a dart, trying to find the mechanic. Same as I quite honestly, what are the guy for? If something's moving very quickly or somebody wants to buy something, I'm the price guy. I happen to have good price entries. I'm not that good on the exits just because it's taking me still 20 years to unwind, so to speak, from a day trader uh, uh, starting as a day trader, if you will. I don't have anybody. I used to get a little defensive about it. I don't anymore because it's not where you've been, it's where you're going, it's where you are. So that's part of where I'm from. I was one of the best out there. I don't think anybody would Fizzler. I don't think anybody would argue, but my acumen is my entry points. And from there, I try to, not look at my another cliche is I have you really want your positions to work, don't watch them. It was even evident this morning. You know what I mean? I tried to I was happy in my positions. I didn't want to watch every tick. Stocks like Mattel or NVTA, and look at NVT making move. Look at the charts in a second. I want to frustrate anybody, but let's go through the routine as we do all the whole time. So I don't frustrate anybody but myself, and I can get right down the charts and execution. But you know what? Fundamentals are most important. I know it's boring, blah, but you know what I mean? You can't make a layup. You can't make a 3-pointer. I'm serious. You know what I mean? So let's go. Good morning. Watch the Twitter feeds. Market sentiment 1, 2, 3, 3-day up. I mean, yes, the future ESE, the minis right now are down 18. The Nasdaq is only up 30 handles, but you know what I mean? Like the whole theme throughout 2022 and even leading into that is the indices aren't reflecting what's going on in the stocks. If I didn't look at the indices right now, I'll show you. Let's look at the indices. This is my main page right here. I mean, look, there are stocks of TTD. We bought it on the open. I'll go for a second. Squares up another 10. I did sell it at 122 above the strike price. MQ, you have Tesla's up 54. Long Island. What a move this they made in 2 days from 26 to 30. Big move on volume. Now it's a buy and a dip. The market, it changed. It changed. You know what I mean? It changed. And when stocks like TDOC are making nice move, I mean, TDOC made a move from 59 to 78. Doesn't look like it. It's a major move. How about my SDGR? I was getting tortured, this thing, tortured. Let's look at the box here. Going back to January, this thing had a range, one of my favorite positions from, what is that? 28 to 25. So I'm sitting. I even took a little bit of a tax loss in, but all of a sudden the stock goes, let's go back to December. Stock's, making 2.5, 3 month highs. You know what I mean? Just like that. So do I want to chase it? The RSI is up, nicely. I have options right now, obviously, that, I had going in April's, and I started building a position in December. So the problem with the options were the premiums got dissipated, but the stock moved. So I got double whammy. So I learned the lesson, right church, wrong pew. It didn't cost a lot. Hope you learned just as much as I did on trades like this, SDGR, and another stock like Nutella, which was a best of breed, if you will. This is the XBI. And this is what Nutella was doing. But it's hard to hold, especially when Kathy has a position. It's from, I did like the gap here, especially with the volume. The line in the proverbial sand was it's 86, but going from 86 to 78, that's $7. So going from 78 to 102, 105, I mean, it's a $26 move, So I have 4,000 shares. It's a 6-figure move on this. And, I'm trying to look at it as a long-term position. It is, but I had to cut some out of it. It's not really, a chart is not really where the stock has been. It's where it's going. But that was a tough hold. So let me get back into the routine. Like I said, I don't want to be hypocritical, but like I said, I have blinking lights here. So maybe I'm going to an advanced lesson to a minimal lesson, but that's why we have the TGH videos to go back and make a point of it. Okay, dark pools we're buying. I like that. That was correlating. DAX means dark pools. S&P 500. So when dark pools are buying off the low, I like that. S&P and crude. All right, this is gold. But like I said, go to Coach's 930 video. I don't even have a comment on gold right now. Anything that I would be commenting on gold would be ancillary to what the coach thinks, because I'm going by him right now. I'm not placating him. He's been good on the trades, and I would expect nothing less, but still, touche. Crude. All right. You know what I mean? I think the commodity is acting way better than the stocks. So I bought some AUPH. Giddy up. What's going on here? Nice trade in AUPH this morning. Somebody called me this morning on where to buy AUPH, because I'm the guy. And where do we buy AUPH? I told them buy it around 11.13, and the low on AUP. I did it myself. The low on AUPH was 10.75. But like I said, I started buying at what, 11.13, around there. And I did sell it at 12.08, right above the open. Nice trade. Boom. That's 10.77 with volume. And I sold it 12.32. I think that's a decent trade. Matter of fact, it is a decent trade on the identification, but I'm buying more here. And AUPH was a takeover room. I commented it in the room. You know what I mean? If it didn't have these takeover rumors, it wouldn't have even probably been up that much. Let me try to erase my triangles here because it's skewing the chart. You know what I mean? I kind of liked it. Every time it gets beaten down like this, it goes back up in the channels. You know what? I took a stab. You know what I mean? 3-day down. Yeah, I'll look for 12.50 maybe at the option price. Like I said, it goes below where I bought it. I'm out. It's just a trade. I just posted it because it went up on the corner of my eye. Let me go to my screen. By the way, I don't suggest buying AUPH. I just happen to do it because I'm honed in on it. It's not going to have a big range. Crude, it's up here. My point being, let me look at crude. Okay. So now this is the chart of crude. I hope Coach can comment. Okay, so crude's here. The USO is what I watch. Okay. Crude is well below that capitulatory high of 71. Even it didn't even get back to a closing low of 69.5. But here's Chevron making year highs. CPE, I'm in it today. I bought more. Let's look at Exxon. So the stocks are, Exxon, that's arguable. Let's look at the other ones. What else? COP, the best of breed. So COP's approaching the year high, but crude isn't. So you got to stick with what's working in the crude sector. And even I was saying this morning, or I was listening to one of my guys, don't be looking at any these ancillary crude stocks like rig or what are the other dogs? NBR. Well, that was a low Florida. That's split. Rig, what's another one? All these small ones. British Petroleum had bad news that held down the sector. In the oil sector now, just go with best of breeds. Don't try to buy these secondary or third ones. They're not going to work. I'm serious. Don't do it. So stick with Chevron. What's PXD doing? PXD. I don't like PXD that much. PXD. Pioneer. It's expensive stock. Go with COP. Go with CPE. We'll go with Chevron. That's what you go with. What's Oxy doing? Oxy as well. You go with the best of breeds with the crudes. So I'll go. I think I have a question. Do I? I bet you it's Lewis. GRZ. Oh, nice trade, Mike. Thank you, Coach. Good morning, Mike. Oh, I didn't want to skew anybody some questions. I always answer questions first. It's more important than any lesson. You know what I learned? Unfortunately, it doesn't really hold true anymore with this age. But my dad always taught me he never learned a lot with his mouth open. So I usually listened when I was younger, but obviously it flipped. But that's okay. All right, Nasdaq sentiment. We got some ways to go. S&P sentiment. We're in the middle of range. It's boiled down to stock picking. Downside risk levels in the favor of the longs. Hedge funds, they went into shorts. So when hedge funds start shorting, I like it. They got to cover. Everybody's. I mean, I don't. That's bullish to me. That's why the market's moving today. Credit default swaps. I'll leave that to the pros, i.e. Coach. Even probably Tim would know that. World markets. Hold on. That means another person in the room. Give me a sec. Sector sentiment. A lot of these sectors are still on a buy signal. All right. And the reason why I'm buying crude CPE, oil producers, they're in the middle. They're towards the low. Biotechs. Even though the XBI had a nice bounce, they're still oversold. Fins, they are way oversold. The fins are highly leveraged to the rule. That's a macro view. I'll really leave that to the pros, although I could probably give a decent debate. There's a lot more underneath. Miners, I would probably say I think I heard the coach say the one thing I did catch live was a silver pullback. I like it. They need to rest a little bit. Just think of it like a horse. A horse goes a 1.5 mile race. No horse can go sustain, just the only Secretary, from what I understand, can keep going that long. So a stock, like a stock or horse makes this 3-day hard sustained run. It's not sustainable. You have to take a breather. So it's up to us, or it's up to me to even convey that if the stock is on a pullback or breather, or if it's a sell or a short. So that's what we're here for. But a lot of these sectors are still oversold. Semis, technology is still oversold. Utes, retail oversold. Industrials, Lewis likes the Indus. I don't blame him. So it looks to me, especially the way the prices are acting right now, the shorts are scared. The way the TDOC is moving would not have been normal the past 2 months on the type of news. So we'll get back into more things right here. Bank of America analyst, read it. It's a low, but maybe not the low. Coach will probably like that as well. Well, Walter Bloomberg, BE. I have a reason. There's a reason why the solars are the biggest mover today. A macro view. Go do it. Go over at your own time. I don't mean to sound obnoxious. Your own time. It's just that's why the team and everybody else puts a tremendous amount of work and bravo into creating a TradeGATEHub YouTube channel. You can go, if you missed this and go to the bathroom, you got to walk the dog. Go back and watch it again. So what I say, go over at your own time. This is a macro view. ARC trades. They're buying Tesla. Good trade. They're selling Planetaire in the hole. What else did they buy? They bought some coin. Nice trade. Those trades are working now. Power scans. Go over the charts at your own time. I say that in a nice way. Quick lesson. I digress. Earnings for the week. All right. This is okay. Now I'm starting to want to buy stocks for a little bit in the hole instead of the opposite. So these are the earnings. These are the stocks I got my eye interest in. Lucid, though, but having a huge day. Zoom having a good day. Target, I'm interested in. Macro, SC, SoFi, Plug. I missed it. That's what happened. Very, very upsetting. Plug. Look at Plug. Stocks that bottom don't usually bottom when they're making lows. It's usually a higher low. And it came in with the volume. It didn't make a new low. So Plug goes to 1860 to 25 without me. Oh, that's going to sting. What's run doing? I want to look at run. Ugh, run. There's a low from 18 to 26. Then, they had good news. Let's look at EMPH, best of breed. Double bottom from 118 to 25. It has 200-day moving resistance right now. Fizzler, I did buy it. You want to talk about buying something? I think I bought it at 64, right through the channel, and I missed it. That's what a trader should have bought it at 72 and even not have looked. Still has a little room, but at 75 is a strike price. So Fizzler, a move from 60 to 75 with volume. So the dynamics have changed. You know what I mean? Let's even go to a weekly on Fizzler. All right, it's above the 200-day. So things have changed to a degree. So, the active trading has become, maybe more positional, if you will. Let me go back to TradeGATEHub. So I have my eye on AI, Snow, SPC, PNG, and I have my eye on gaps. Macy's had a good move. Kohl's, that bounce, good. Gaps pays a nice divvy, by the way. I think it pays 4%. I might buy that. That's an advanced trade, by the way. And do I have to say, Jim, if you're listening, all this is not indicative of not major investment advice. Like I say, you want investment advice, go with the fund. We're doing well in it, believe me. And you won't have to micromanage. We got it taken care of. AOPH, I commented on. MULN, low floater, couple of deals that helped. Economic calendar opposed to mad money. Watch Jim Cramer's comment for the week, man. It was good. It was very good. Hold on, let's go to the video. Good thing it's not a Porsche video. I'll probably freaking buy it. Skip ads. This is good. He's telling you what he's looking for in the week, right or wrong. He's giving you his dissertation about the earning plays and what risks are lie ahead. Right. What I'm saying is he might not be right. It's a major frame of reference in a trading tool. He's been way off, and people have been making money on it. I'm not going to lie. He's going to start to turn at one point, and not that I'm not going to take his lead, but he is Joe Sixpack at one point, and a lot of people are listening to him. The reason why he's on at 630 still is, but it's a frame of reference for me. It's a tool, just like the Kramer RSI, if you will. So go back and watch the Kramer YouTube video. These are Friday's movers. All right. They moved again. Square finished on the high on 300% volume, and it was up another $10. What's the complicated? SDGR, same thing. That was up on 330%. It closed. I mean, for stock that was up $5 to close a little, somewhat more off the high. Fine. Matter of fact, you wanted to close a little bit off the low, but SDGR a little bit off the high. SDGR, and we commented on before. It's up another. I mean, that followed through, and I'll give it another compliment. I wouldn't short it. I mean, granted, and it did come in with volume, so I'm going to buy more of that at the 50 there in the pullback 30 SDGR. Or maybe even add in some options. I digress again. Monday morning movers. We gave you the movers. BE was moving in the morning. Plug had 500,000 shares at 8:30 in the morning, I think, or 8:15 in the morning. I post this. Any movers is 8:15. So Plug was a mover. BE was a mover. So that told you what was going on right there, because those are the two that move, and they had news. So getting back, I'll be back for the open. Dale, it takes a warrior, no a warrior. Thank you. All right, what else? Okay. What did I post this morning? What do I like? I'll be buying some lotto calls in Zoom. I nibbled on S at the open. S. Here's our trade in S. Look at S right now. Where am I? That was pre-open. So where are my trades in S? Chart parameters. Let me show my trades. So it helps to wake up at 4:24 in the morning, because I was buying S, and you could see a couple of them. I think about 800 shares at 38. So I have no problem. I think, listen, I sold it at 39.40. Jesus Christ, this is a trade. You know what? Maybe I should have hit the snooze button, but I like to listen. Bottom line, I was in the right church. What else did I buy? So I bought some S there. That's what happens when you contra trade, by the way, because you're so shocked of things being in the hole. You're so happy that things work on the upside. You sell it right away. Should have sold half. There's a trading note. I'm serious. Another one. What did I like this morning? TTD. I'm buying more in the fund. Nibbled S down here. VIX, key to the market. I'm buying TTD as well, and I'm not selling it. And TTD, in my opinion, and come on, I don't think many people, TTD, I don't think many people are going to argue this chart here. Is TTD. This stock, what happened here? Oh, it's, why am I not getting this? Probably because of all the trades I loaded up. PLTR. Why am I not getting a trade desk chart? Oh, because of the split? Hold on a second. Keep charts up to date, apply. I don't know why it's not working. Let's go to a yearly then. Come on. I bought TTD, believe me. I like it. I'll get back to a chart after. I don't know why this is not, this is reflecting the split. It shouldn't do, but I don't want to waste any more time. I like TTD, both long and short term. I like it. I'm buying more, bottom line. And that is it. Okay, so let's look what the wise guys are doing today. And I want to say a couple of things that I had written down. And I'll go to my main page. What time is it? 11:25? All right. The end of the month rebalancing is very important. This is the end of the month, the 28th. A lot of people are chasing to a degree. It's good because you want to see what they're buying, because whether they're chasing at the end of the month, maybe a week from now, being market pulls back a little bit, those are the ones that, kind of have the good moves. And I'm not talking about short covering. The buyers did use up a lot of their money and buying power last week. Watch for it. Plug I like. Watch for the option players. I want edification in what these options playing are doing. Let's look at what I'm doing here in the sweepers. What are they playing in the options? CVFI, Fizz, ICLN, NCLH, Walmart, Coin, buying NCLH. So they're buying cruise lines. Not many things lately. Bank of America, the Airbnb, calls, Upstart, a monster, still buying Square calls, typical. Okay, so there's a chart here. All right, so it looks like we can get to like 4,500. Where are the levels that I posted this morning? What was the plan? I might have to revamp the plan. Where's my plan? Plan. We got a plan. Believe me, it's there. Because we had it. Any questions, guys? Will I look for the plan? Where is this thing? Plan. As long as 4,300 holds, then we'll look in the 4,370. Where are we now in the futures? 4,376, and that's it. This is what I'm looking at the chart. So I might get on here and start selling a little bit. This is a chart of the futures. That's 4,370. That was my plan, right? 4,380 we're at. So I'm going to try to execute my plan, maybe even get off here. As long looking for 4,370. So 4,370, that was my plan. So I'm going to, let's look at the, let's go to the videotape, as they say. We might even do any live trading here. Okay. AUPH, IONQ, SDGR, winner. Overstock. How about our overstock working nicely still? Look at overstock. They buried me from 38. Now it's 56. All right. Solars are still running. They had news. BE, Fizzler, Tesla. Coming up to my plan. AUPH, nice. IONQ, I'm buying more. Whoa. Excuse me. Yeah, buy me 20,000. Got to go. That was the wife, by the way. She's probably laughing. BLI making a nice move. Where's TDO? Where's Zoom? I was looking at, no, I didn't miss it. I want to, you know what? I'll be more happy if Zoom was 145 than 157. That's what I'd be more happy with. Fins, they're pinned lower. Mara. Hold on a second. Pardon. Yes. Yeah, I'm on doing a video right now. Yeah. Give me a turkey sandwich. So this is my main page right now. ZS, Carvana, Etsy, Dollar Tree, Foot Locker even bound. Foot Locker we were buying at 26. I sold it. I had to at 30. Foot Locker went from 26 to 30. What's on our big moving page? BE, GME. They're even taking up AMC. When they're taking up AMC, something's up. What's our CPE doing? We're in that. CPE I was buying all day long. Where is it now? Good. All right. So we'll look at CPE from 51 to 56. Hold on. I have to go to the trade view right now. Whoa. All right. CRISPR. Overstock. TTD. Pins. Where's pins? We got a lot of pins for the family. Is pins dead yet? What's pins doing? Let's reevaluate pins here. No. Pins is just getting going. I like it. Red, white. So with the 20-day, pins is okay. I'm reevaluating what I have in trade view. Where's our Nutella? Nutella. Hey, no. Nutella. Good. Right in now, right now at the 50. So do a dive for Nutella, but I'm in now. What else do we have? BLI. Can you go to 10, please? BLI, it doesn't look much, but from 6 to 770, that's not bad. CRISPR, I said in the move and on Friday in the room, please go to the video. We're a big buyer of CRISPR. I'm going to add to it at 55, probably goes to 70. TTD is a buyer. Come on, no chart. Overstock. You can't leave. Listen, not overstock. Now we're in it. You know what I mean? Now we're in this freaking thing. Weekly. All right. Alcoa. Let's look at what some of the big things are doing. Are these things strong? Or are they reversing? They should be coming in, Alcoa. Let me go to the main screen. Futures positive. The futures are positive. That's incredible. What do I have here? We'll take a look. Oh, it's okay. These are some of my sales. IONQ. Buy another 1,000 of that. How you doing? AUPH. Should I sell it? No, I said it was going to 12, right? AUPH. What's it doing now? I'll probably look for 1235 and reevaluate. Any questions? Go to TradeGATEHub. This is live trading here. Unprecedented. Now it's moving. eBay. Beyond. Lemonade. It was the only one buying lemonade at $18 2 days ago. Only one at 4:30 in the morning. 24. Who knew? XBI, Lebu, EOG, Chevron is Chevron. Chevron should be pulling back a little bit, but it's not. I have to take all these screens. Outside reversal day. So AA, good question, Lewis. I knew you were going to ask it. AA. AA, you got to take AA, and I'll show you what I'm looking at. You see what I'm looking at. AA, you got to take half off. You got to take half off. Let's go to a 5-year chart. First of all, if you go to a 5-year chart, you're doing things right. If you have to look for that. But AA, I would take some off here. It's at the 80 strike price, Lewis. I mean, it has made a 3-day run from 70 to 80, right? You too, coach. Right, Lewis, from 70 to 80. Isn't 80 a big option? I mean, it's Alcoa, so it's an option play. So Alcoa, I'd take some off. So let's look at the movers here. Jax. Look at JKS. That's a solar play up 8. Look what so when I see Jax, I go to DQ, the other China play. DQ is up 6. And I would have been buying that if I saw Jax right through the opening breakout. DQ would have been in a 44 because Jax just had a straight day up. So I would have missed that. So what are you going to do? Jax. What's the market doing now? Should we going to take some off AUPH? AUPH. I don't want to hold this dog. You know what I mean? But it is a takeover candidate. I don't like it. So let's sell some here. AUPH. Live trading here at AUPH. I'll sell. Let's sell 4,800. Sell 4,800 AUPH at the market. Take some off. What do you have? Uraniums? Do you have a uranium view or uraniums? Well, you know what? I'll give you the view. We missed it. This is the view on uraniums. All this, yeah, CCJ. And you want to know something about CCJ? Let me show you this. Was BLI. Can BLI, Lewis, buy 10,000 BLI for the family and help us out, will you? I know you're in it. Uranium, and this is what I wanted to say about uranium. And I do have an opinion because it's another one I missed. This was all the major option plays on uraniums on Friday. Media. Let me go to this. If I will hang on because it's worth it. And then you'll have everybody might even have a little put more belief or credence in the option flow if you don't now. And bear with me. It's a learning process too. There should be some CCJ FCX. There were major CCJ calls going off on Friday. CRISPR, BTI. I bought BTI because of these calls. I like British Tobacco right here. It's a safe play, kind of a baby play. But believe me, there were a lot of calls going off on CCJ. And I'll give my opinion. I mean, listen, it's a geopolitical move on uranium. I like it. I wouldn't short it. Let's look at the other ones. UEC. That's the small little floater for uranium, if you will. No, see, listen, just like my opinion on Alcoa, just like our opinion on crude, coach, or even gold, that's it's listen, I like the price action and I like the volume. I wish I didn't know what it did, CCJ, because I would probably be less biased. And this should have been bought right here. It had a huge move on volume. It rested. It broke the previous. No, the CCJ is a buy. Yeah, no, CCJ I like. Let's go to the weekly. Now, where would I buy CCJ? 22.5. Maybe I would buy it at 24. Like I said, I would be a little bit reluctant. That's the weekly bullish bull flag, and that's the monthly bull flag. So yeah, CCJ I like. CCJ I like also because of the option flow, major option flow on Friday. Well, they did do something, and you know what? I give you my word because I have to, of how they went into the option plays on Friday on CCJ. I'm not going to give it too much. February 25th. They did. I had it written down in the notebook. Here it is. Wait, let me get on here. TradeGATEHub. Can you see me? Where's the video? I don't even know if you can see me or not, because I'm not playing it live because I have a double CCJ in the video. Yes, my eye. CCJ. I missed it. And Moss too. So I can't catch everything. That was up to you, Francis. You let that one go. CCJ, I had my eye on. Any other questions? Because I got to rip. Market still breaking high. AUPH, IONQ. This is my main page. The last thing I'm going to do here, I might be going overtime, is look at what's moving right now. So when I sign off, EOG, Moss is up $2. Yeah, Moss, right there. It's up $2. And why wouldn't I? Why should I watch Moss? It's the same as CCJ. It's a fertilizer play. Moss. Why shouldn't I watch Moss? It's the same thing as Freeport-McMoRan. Did the same thing. Why shouldn't I? I need do I really have to write that down? That Moss breaks a rare triple top, or if FCX or Moss. Well, I'm glad I had to write Moss down. All right. All right. This is my main page. What are they buying now? Besides what you saw from me, because I can't watch everything. Okay, big poppers. What's up the most? Big poppers. MULN. I posted that this morning, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Go look. NAT, EVBG, JKS. We went over it. Fuel cell. There's a squeezer. APPH. I'm not in that either. Oxy. Best of breed. UEC, there you go. There's Mike V, best of breed. You want in uranium, we bring you uranium. DQ as well. Man, I got to press it a little bit. I'm just seeing things a little bit more clear than you. I mean, I'm seeing things, you know what I mean? OKE, HUN. Okay, now that I know what's moving here, what's selling off, what's sexy, because I'm feeling, I'm feeling Randy. Might even start playing tunes like Foot Locker. Foot Locker. JKS is hot. ASML, let me tell you something. ASML is one of the biggest ones out there, best of breed. And ASML is like $300-$400, $600 now. I like how ASML is acting. That's a big one. So when they're taking up ASML, that type of stock, 400, that shows me something. I like it with the semis. What's at the high? The sexy page with the high. Biggest gainers with Lauren Drake. Foot Locker are out. Billy, Tesla, Nio, Moss, Plug. So all these we gave you already. Fizzler. ENPH, Zoom, Square. Square's got to rest. It's out of the channel though. Square's out of the down channel, but it needs rest right here on a 3-day pop for me. Square's up 50%. I think Square was 74. It's up 50% from the low on Thursday or Wednesday. Needs rest. And where's it going to rest to? Probably 120, 125. If Futures coming in a little bit. BTI could have been someone. We gave money back there. What'd that do? BTI was just 44.10. We gave back freaking, what's this? All right, what's going? IO and Q. I like IO and Q. I'm going to add to this aggressively. IO and Q. IO and Q. Look at this chart. I wouldn't short this one. Breaking out of a bull flag, had huge volume, went above every moving averages with big range. It rested above the moving averages. Now it's taking off again. I wish the volume was better. AUPH. Futures, what happened there? Futures just took a hit. What happened to futures? If I'm going overboard, what are you going to do? Futures. Okay, so the 43.70 was our target, right? So they got the 43.85. Let's see what they do from this 43.85 to futures. So when I see the futures come in a little bit like that, come in 550, this is what I do. I go right here, share. I go, what's volume in the last 10 minutes? What moved down? See this? Change the last 10 minutes. So I know that Mara and BTU and Riot pulled back a little bit. All right, so they took a little bit of profits in Riot and Mara in the last 10 minutes. But what went up in the last? What went up in the last 10 minutes when the market pulled back? Dox, Oxy, Lucid, and Foot Locker. So they bought oils on the dip. So Oxy's breaking high as the futures dipped. So what are they going down the last 10 minutes? LABD, UDOW. So they sold some Dow stocks the last 10 minutes. Big deal. Pepsi, Abbott Labs, UNH. All right. Zoom is breaking high, bottom left. NIO is breaking high. And CSIQ is breaking higher as the market goes lower. What am I looking at? CSIQ. So as the futures dipped 5 or 6 handles, CSIQ, a solar, went up. So I look at plug. Here's the top type a lot better. Plug. All right. So I look at JKS. That's the one that's leading everything today. And I don't have to tell you what JKS does. For those of you, I wish I had a video for that one. All right. So it gave some money back. AUPH, IONQ, BLI Holding, Nerve, Lemonade, TDOC, Beyond Meat, XBI hanging in, Nutella. Okay, I'll let everybody go. XPEV, Lucid has numbers tonight, this week. 3-day up, 22 to 28. Holding that IPO. Lucid, this is the line on the sand in Lucid. All this is noise. This is Lucid. The opening IPO range and the low IPO. That's all you need to know. All this is ancillary. I would like it to hold red, white, the 20-day, but Lucid's got to be above 29. The IPO price, it boils down to that. Believe me, this is all noise. Lucid's going up. What's dipping? Oh, it's British Tobacco. They're killing us, British Tobacco sector. FUTU, Marna, Moss, DWAC, AMC, Nutella. Coming off the high a little bit. British Tobacco, IONQ. Don't worry about it. We haven't last. MU coming in, AMD, Roku, Coin, Chewy's up 3. Mike Turk, hope you're in it, kid. Chewy from 35 to 46. All right, let me run here. Things are going. But you know what? It's SLCA, Foot Locker, Toll, Zim, Open, Zillow, DraftKings, Royal Clues, with CPE, BTI. Let's look at what, you know what? You see me down BTI. Let's do an analysis of what I'm going to do with the BTI. First and foremost, there was huge option flow, and that's what I took my eye on. So BTI is from 47 to 42. It's in the middle of the range. I'm probably going to try to sell it at the 40. Probably try to break even in it. Well, not break even in it. That would be immature. BTI, I'm going to sell it 44.7. You know what? I don't know. I'm going to play it by ear. I like the facts it's defensive, and I look at Philip Morris. It's down 29 cents. So BTI, I'm leveraged a little bit to the CAC in the FTSE, but we'll see what happens from there. Any other questions? We'll sign off. Where's S? 41.65 right near the high. Lucid, Riven. Big move in Riven. Now I would trust them. They're above moving averages. All right. Save layout. No. Barney Long rubles. Thanks. Wow, they knew something. All right. Any other questions? We'll leave you at that, guys. So, like I said, it's a Monday morning, and most of the material that I post it's the most material I post on a Monday. So go through it, disseminate it. Any other questions I'll have you ask lunch. I went a little overboard, but you know what? If it helps out anybody, including the coach and myself, you're welcome, Rich. I appreciate all the help and the effort. Thanks for the team. Have a good day. We'll be back around 1 o'clock. Any of the questions I'll answer afterwards. Have a plan, trade well, and thanks for sharing. Cheers.